Hi there. Welcome back to the Rare Book Views channel, where I talk about how much I love a good book, a rare book, an unusually good book, books. If you are interested in that, please let me know. Drop me a line or like or subscribe or let me know what you think. I really appreciate somebody in the booktube world, and I won't use their name because I didn't ask permission, and I think it's rude. But a very nice man said that he is dealing with the loss of his mom and that she, genius, kept basically a journal of the books that she read, and he gets to reread some things and think about his mom. And I was thinking about my mom, who was a great reader and taught me to love books, and I miss her terribly. She passed away in '99, and so long ago, and I think about her all the time. So we exchanged a couple messages about this mutual love of books, probably learned from mom, who's not with me, but I still get to be surrounded by my mom. Whenever I miss her, I think, what's a book that mom would have liked? And I have some of her books, so I thought today, this has been on my mind, so I thought maybe I'll think about things that mom would like. And I want to thank everybody, like this person who has dropped me a line about the books that they like. It really makes my day. It's super positive. It's amazing. This is the part of the internet where people are nice. And it just kind of got me thinking about things, and I thought I would talk about it a little bit. So my mom was a great reader. She read probably multiple books in a week, and this was before Amazon. So we had the library, which we leaned in pretty hard on the library because we were not financially well off. But she also subscribed to catalogs. She was big into mysteries, and there were various mystery book sellers that you could order from a catalog, and we always wondered what the postman thought, because we would get these packages in sort of white paper with some kind of murder related return address, and we used to give her a little bit of a hard time about it. So she really loved mysteries. I actually have, these were my mom's, the mass market paperbacks of Margaret Truman. She loved Margaret Truman, and I read this so many times that you can see on the spine. And most of my books I don't really buy mass markets because I worked in a bookstore, and I know that they're not really worth anything at all. And so mostly I have books that are either trade paperback or, and I'm running out of room. So, but these ones I can't let go. The other books that I love, that my mom loved, Sharon McCrumb is the author of this book, Missing Susan, and a bunch of other mysteries. She also wrote a few sci-fi and then some sort of set in the South Appalachia series. But these Elizabeth McPherson series, my mom would love these, and she would read them and she would sort of giggle to herself. And my mom was one of those people, she had a laugh that she would not make any noise. It was just like she was wheezing. And she would sometimes read mysteries, and especially ones that are sort of humorous, and these are really funny. She would sort of say, "Oh God, Elizabeth." And none of the rest of us in the room knew what she was reading or who these characters were, but she would sort of exclaim about them. So I love to reread this one. It's one of my favorites because my mom loved it. And then I have this one, which is sort of similar. So the cozy mystery genre, I think, was starting to just get its legs in my mom's time. So she would love Tamar Myers. This is Amish. So my mom definitely did not want to read about sex, drugs, or rock and roll. And this is very the Mennonite community. So it's pretty uncontroversial, and also with recipes, and also hilarious. That type of humor, that sort of harmless, funny. Oh my gosh. So I like to read those and think, oh, mom would love this. She was a big fan of Maeve Binchy, because this won't make really a ton of sense, but my mom's people, her generations ago, were from Scotland, and so she really enjoyed books that were set in England or Ireland or Scotland. And Maeve Binchy is just a very sort of comforting author. My mom liked things like that. She didn't want to be stressed out, so she mostly wanted a cup of tea and a book and to sew. So I think Maeve Binchy was one of her favorites. But she did branch out. She's a big fan of Michael Crichton. Little off topic. She enjoyed a good Michael Crichton and read all of his books. She also liked Aaron Elkins, and I've actually never read Aaron Elkins, but a friend of mine was at her parents' house. These are lifelong friends of the family that knew my mom, and they have books apparently that were hers. And so my friend said she's going to bring me one, and we were hoping. She always did this thing where she put right here, she'd write her name as if there was going to be a question later. She's going to have to assert her ownership. She had really good penmanship. So we were hoping if her family had any of Mom's books, that would have her name written in them. But she's going to bring me Erin Elkins, and I'm going to get into that. So if you're an Erin Elkins fan, please tell me, which books should I read first? And are there similar authors that I should get into that I can think about how my mom would like them? I would love an Erin Elkins adjacent recommendation. That'd be cool. And Roald Dahl. My mom was a preschool teacher, and she definitely got into this, what books we should read, and then she kind of held on to those things. So she enjoyed Roald Dahl. She enjoyed some children's books. She loved the Muppets. So she always wanted to like go to the theater with us and see the Muppets movies. And we grew out of that pretty fast, but my mom never did. She enjoyed a good children's story. So I think sometimes those books, but the Roald Dahl really resonates with me as something that my mom would have enjoyed, and she loved Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and movies like that. So I think that one stands out to me, but I don't look at the shelves and think about the other children's authors as being they don't really evoke Mom's memory, because I just don't really remember them being of interest to her. I think she must have given me Anne of Green Gables and books like that, but they just don't really remember her connected to them. But the Roald Dahl ones I do, and that might be one of the reasons I really love Roald Dahl. And my mom was a very she did not dwell on negative things, but the Roald Dahl has a little bit of a dark angle, right? So I think that is what really fed into this. I love the Addams Family, I love John Bellairs, I love a little bit of suspense. My mom did like suspense, and I think that's a big part of my reading world. A mystery, suspense, some of the children's books, I think I get all that from my mom. So I love this luxury that when I miss my mom, I can just go find a book or a bookstore and pick out something that my mom would like. I am interested if other people have had that experience, and like I said, I could use an Erin Elkins recommendation. So I want to thank everybody again for hanging out with me while I talk about books and saying nice, encouraging things. And to everybody who has commented or encouraged me, it's so great. It just gives me a little bit of something extra to spend my time on with the books. And I've been thinking about my mom and my mom's love of books, and I thought I'm going to tell people about it. And it really kind of made me happy. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support, and happy reading.